think you'll be able to hear us?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Hello, my friends. My name is Pavel Verbnyak, and today with me is a very interesting person, Patty Aubery. Patty is the president of Jack Canfield training group and passionate traveler, very successful wife and a mom. Patty, it's very nice to see you again.
Well, thanks for having me.
Can you please tell us how you can live such abundant, prosperous, successful life? Is there any secrets to that? And what's your philosophy on life? How can you handle all of these things?
I really think that life's a journey, and I think it's really looking at it from the place of everything that we do in the road that we're traveling on is really someplace that we've never been before. And so you have the ability to create whatever it is that you want to create for that road to be. And it's when you are really focused on making it all that you want it to be, that it can be the best that it is. I tend to not really think about a negative future and have a lot of fear in my life. I really like to live as though it's almost a game. And what are the possibilities? What could it be like if you thought you could do anything? And so that's really sort of the methodology that I operate from.
Great. Yeah, I've been studying this since about 8-9 years, and breakthrough for me was the difference between successful people and non-successful people, that they think about like 2 or 3 thousands ago was discovered that we become what we think about. So successful people think most of the time about what they want and how to get this, and unsuccessful blame others, they're negative. And what, from your point of view, what's the main difference between successful and unsuccessful people? Because you're always communicate with such people, and you are very successful.
You know, I think a lot of people don't really realize that they actually have the ability to respond differently. And so there's this whole thing about you're responsible for your life and you can take responsibility, and sometimes it feels a little overwhelming. But when you think about it, wow, no matter what happens, I have the ability to respond in a way that might create a different future for myself. That it's the awareness part, and once you have that awareness, you get to decide. You have two choices. One is to go down the successful route, or the other is to go over to the negative side of the story. And it becomes a habit. You know, you meet people that, older people that might be kind of negative, and you think, oh, that's my so-and-so, my uncle's always negative, or whatever it is. And it's really a habit. And we can form new habits, regardless of how old we are or what we're doing. And so what you think about is what you get. We all know that that's really true now. And so why not think about the best things possible? And it's sort of an experiment. And I think life is an experiment.
Great. And you've been a co-author of more than 15 books for now.
Mm-hmm, yes.
The Chicken Soup for the Soul with Jack Canfield. You work with him, you're a business partner with him, and you are doing a great job here, I told you before. And Jack is the best-selling author of the Success Principles. From your point of view, Patty, what's your favorite 5 or 10? If you can say that, I know they're all together. And what you use? What's your favorite ones?
Of the Success Principles?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's really important to really figure out what you're put on this planet for. I think that's number one, and Jack calls it life purpose. And I know a lot of people struggle with knowing what they're supposed to be when they grow up, and it's kind of hard. But I think what I love about it is when you go to the next section, which is what do you want? And if you can ask yourself that question over and over again, if life was perfect, what would I want? And really be honest about it, and not edit your dreams and your goals before you get there. So if I really want to have something, then I can go into how will I get it, and I can start to strategically think and visualize and affirm getting that. And I think the more that I do that, the more comfortable it becomes, and more, again, habitual it becomes, and more effortless. And I think that then leads to asking, and it leads to sharing your vision, and it leads to believing it's possible, and acting as if. And when you do those things, it really does work. And I've been doing this for 25 years, and I remember the first Chicken Soup book. We had this huge wall of stickies, those little stickies all over the wall, and we had this dream of selling 5 million books, and no one knew who we were. We didn't have any money. There was a war going on. It was the 1990 or 92 or whatever it was. And we just kept on going. And so it's also that practice persistence and never give up. I think a lot of people think that they see successful people and that it happened, oh, they were just successful. It's kind of like being in this training right now with Train the Trainer. You know, we're developing trainers. We're going to collaborate the next few days together and create a new talk. And everyone is going to get frustrated and overwhelmed and excited and probably a little angry, and all these different emotions will come up, but it's really about keeping on and keeping going, because it's a process, and so is life. And it's exciting when you can see it from that standpoint and acknowledge that that's what's going to happen.
Great, thank you very much. Patty, what can you suggest or say something to people who want to succeed in life in general, in business, in family life, and relationships, and health?
I would say that be honest with yourself about what you want, and know that whatever you want is okay for you to want. And speaking from a place of being a mother and a wife and the CEO of a company and literally running Chicken Soup for the Soul for 18 years, I struggled a lot with guilt of the way I thought I should be and the things I should be doing. But what I realized was that by living my passion, I was a happy person that could then give back to my husband and my children and my employees, and I was a good example. And I think it's more about how you show up in life versus what you say. So I say, show up the way you want to be, and people will want to be with you.
Oh, very inspirational. Thank you very much, Patty. And at least, do you want something to say about me and my work in Russia back there?
I'm so excited. You know, Jack and I have had this vision for several years now to have 1 million trainers around the world teaching the success principles. And it's so nice to know that people in Russia are going to experience this through your work. And it's been such a joy to see you grow and be so successful in what you're doing. And we are so supportive of you, and we can't wait to come and visit you in Russia.
Absolutely, welcome.
And show up for that big group of people.
October, you can. We'll talk
Can we
about
do it when it's warm?
Okay. Thank you very much for this interview and for your great answers and your philosophy on life. It's priceless, and I'm very grateful to know you personally and what you do, and Jack and your team is great. Great. Very
Well, thank
supportive.
you. It's been great to see you blossom into such an amazing trainer, and we're really proud of you.
Thank you very much.
Look out, Russia. You're in for a treat.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you very much.